is an interactive show where high vibe souls come together to read energetic patterns through the evolution journey deck. Are you ready to expand into the cosmos and connect with your star family? Sit back, relax, and connect into the frequency of your highest potential with host Kathy Reed.
Hi, this is Kathy, and this is Serena, and we are reading the energies of March. This is StarSeed Continuum, and we're just kind of feeling into what is coming up for March. This is the third month of 2023, the year of mastery and magic. And what I'm feeling for March is I'm feeling the acceleration again. Things are starting to move. We're coming out of the, maybe just like if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you're moving from spring into the summer. And if you're in us, we're moving from winter into spring. And so that's what I'm feeling is movement. Serena, what are you feeling for March?
Well, I'm feeling a lot of just exuberance even in my body, just going, oh, yay, the light is coming back here. Lots of sun lately. And I just feel enlivened. I'm just really, it's that change energy that just turns me on, so to speak. You know, it's like something has happened in my body to just vibrate more, and it just feels really, really good. I'm like, oh, I'm coming alive.
That's what I'm feeling, is that coming alive. And it's like I've been sitting for 3 months with the body leading, and it's just become a way of life. It's now I've turned the conscious unconscious. It just became a way of life. That's kind of where I'm at. And so with that, with our movement moving in, I'm going to stop the video, and then we're going to put the camera on the cards, and we'll start choosing the cards. And so here's our layout, and you can see in the background that we're working on this whole new deck of cards, and it's just in the learning process, and it's coding the energies as we're doing the reading for March. It's a pretty cool thing. So Serena, I will let you pick the first card.
Okay. I got a 21.
Okay, and I'm going to pick my card. I have a 14. That's going to be our reflection card. And you get to pick the what the divine wants us to know.
And that is a 19.
Ooh, beautiful. And so we will read the cards as soon as we get the cards laid out here. And so the next card that I'm going to choose is going to be co-creation with the divine. And it's a 5.
Oh, this is funny. And the final card, or the next card, is a 6.
A 6?
Yes.
And that one is
Particles of possibility.
Particles of possibility, my favorite one. And then I'll pick the last card, which is going to be the 23. And I am feeling that we need to pick another card. For that, do you want to pick the one to go with that 23?
Sure. Let me just flip for a second here. And okay, this is wild, a 24. And I shuffled too.
Yep. So we're going to pick this, and it's going to go right there.
which is interesting because that's 6 energy going right next to the next card. So yeah.
Okay, so my interpretation of the very first card, which is us right now, and with that movement that we were feeling for March, this one is the networking. This is the mastery level of the 3. And you can see all of the little connections that are being made. And that's what I'm feeling. This 21 is the 2 and the 1. So it's collaboration, but it's collaboration of way showers is what I'm feeling into. And so Serena, I want to ask you what you're seeing in that 21.
Well, what I'm seeing is this really powerful high level expression and creating without looking for evidence, just knowing that it's more of an inspired space to be in, just really with the divine behind the creation.
Yeah, I can feel that. And so now I'm going to interpret the 14, which is the embodiment level of the 5. And so what I'm feeling with that, I'm looking at the little green dot on that card, and it's rotating around the bigger sphere. And so this is the way showers moving into a really strong foundation. And this 5, the embodiment level of the 5, is bringing in the mastery and the embodiment of the 1 and the 4, which is equaling the 5. And I'm seeing this is circling around the bigger picture. It's as it's circling, it's picking up. It's like it's in orbit, and it's picking up the foundation of this bigger circle. So it's the 5 embodiment level of the 5. It's just a little different interpretation than I've ever had with that before.
Yes, you know, it's a change card, but it's at a higher level, but it has to do with change happening without, it's a trust kind of, it calls for trust because it's a level where you're not worrying about what's next and what the steps are. You just know that you're on the path and you're moving at a frequency where you know you're divinely held.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm feeling, is that divine is a big part of this, but then it's I'm going to say this because it's coming in. It's like circling the drain, ready to enter into that divine. It's ready to move from the orbit into the center of that circle.
And it also knows that it doesn't decide when to enter the orbit because it's going to allow the flow to happen, the divine flow. It's just going to happen in a very high level process without the ego running the show.
Yeah, that's very unusual on how to read that card. But this is what these cards do. They really hold the divine intelligence, and all we have to do is listen, because the cards will show us the way. And then we're going to move down into what the divine wants us to know. And I'm feeling this 19, which is the mastery level of the 1. And this, it's like it's grounded in those crystals that are on this card. So it's like the grounding, but then again, there's sky. So it's earth to sky. And it's like you look at the circle and look at how it's almost translucent, and it's lit up at this particular place over here on the right. And it's the mastery level of the 1. This is our way shore energy, and this is us being able to interpret what we're feeling at a higher level, and we're able to transduce it down into language that can be understood by everybody.
Yeah, it's really an inspiration card. And again, it fits so well with what we just said about the 14, the trust and the flow. But this is a creation, you know, doing something new, but it's something so new that it's brand new. It's not going back into an old program. It's knowing that the creation is absolutely never been done before. It's like so completely fresh and unexpected.
And I can really see that one really creating this space of being able to interpret and really, it's like embody and master the 1 and the 9. It's total 1 and total 9, and so we're able to we're really enlightened to the range that we can interpret with, as what I'm seeing with that.
Yeah.
And that crystals are amplifying.
Yeah, it's very expansive. Just again, we've never done it this way before. It's a brand new expression at a very high level.
Yes, and now we're going to move over to co-creation with the divine. And we have the awakening level of the 5. And what I'm feeling with this 5 is that it's not a lower card at all. It's the awakening level of the 5, the change, the freedom at a whole new frequency level. And that's what I'm feeling with this. And look at how this particular card, it always looks like a spaceship to me. And it's like bringing in the galactic frequencies at a much higher level of the 5. And it's a total awakening at a very much higher level. That's what I'm seeing with that 5.
You see a spaceship, and I can certainly see that, but I also see a tornado. I just see this power surge of change. And again, and in a very holy energy. It's not something like it's going to take you out. It's offering a whole new freedom of expression and moving forward.
But it feels to me, Serena, like that 5 is out of the matrix and in no time, no space. That's the way I'm seeing it, as a spaceship, because it's
Sure.
like it's a higher level.
Well, I agree. I mean, I can see a spaceship too. My first impression is that tornado kind of, but they're both wonderful imageries for this card. And they both fit very well with the idea of galactic, divine energy, just taking us to a whole new place.
Now we move over to the particles of possibility, and that is a 6. So what I'm feeling to this card with it's soul family, but it's bringing more of our soul family together. It's almost like I feel that it's merging into unity here with this 6. And it's like bringing in all of the divine soul family that it's time to gather once again. And we got more coming on board with this, more souls that are finding our wonderful platform.
And more souls that are getting in touch with their own divinity. You know, we can talk about having, other kinds of soul family like angels and guides and everything, but what's happening is that we are claiming ourselves to be part of that. And we are creating together this new earth.
I can see that, Serena. I can really see that. And that red pointer that's there, it's like what I'm seeing there. I'm just going to be a little funny. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. That red pyramid is pointing to people and bringing them into the unity. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It's kind of a funny, but it's really not, as those outer circles are being brought into the unity of the whole.
Well, it's the pyramid, the red pyramid is actually pointing to the unity of the whole and inviting in the ones that are a little bit not part of the whole, the ones that are stuck together. And so it's kind of going, come join us. You're part of us. You see the light, your light is bright too. Come in and be part of us.
That's what I'm seeing. It's a really, really beautiful frequency. And now we move up into the 2 cards for creating the new frequency pattern. First card we picked is the 23, and with that 23, you could make the choice to pull another card, and I felt we needed a little more information, and so we have the 23, which is again, look at the 5s in this reading. We have 3 5s, and this 23 is breaking through the glass ceiling of our understanding. And the more information is that 24. It's the 6. It's and it's like we all have a different color ray, but together it's lighting up, and all of those colors are fanning in its own divine way. It's like it's all look at the beautiful colors in that, and look at the light that's in that 24.
Yeah, I think this 23-24 combo that we drew for the probability of this reading just put the cherries on the top of the reading, because I mean, again, the mastery level of change and sovereignty in the 23, and just that freedom that it expresses, and then the master level of soul family. I mean, you couldn't get a more clear reading to actually impact what we already talked about in the other cards. You know, it's like, whoa. And we got all the change cards in this deck. So every level. So that's a pretty strong message.
And March is about embracing that, what I'm just, if I were to summarize it, it's embracing that place that we had in 2022 of intense change. Well, here it is again. It's the next level of the, we're bringing that change into mastery and magic.
Yes, it's at a divine level. It's not anything to be afraid of. Just knowing that we are moving into this new earth energy more and more, and that this is just really, really affirming that.
And now, Serena, I'm going to allow you to pick the I am card for the center.
Perfect. Oh, this is the one that wants to come out. I am young. It's a 2 energy. My body vibrates at vital energy.
And that's one of the things that our platform stands for, is you don't have to age. You don't have to do any of that. And so I am young, as you are as young as you want to be. It's like, one of the things that I can tell you is that I may be chronological age of almost 69, but I'm feeling 50. Every part of me feels 50 right now, and it's just getting younger and younger. So I have the vitality, and it's just a whole new space of stepping into that.
What we're doing, Kathy, is really full force showing up as creators of the new. And we, of course, we're young. We can't be believing those paradigms of aging and, having everything get less and less evolved, as we're not going to decay anymore. We have, look at all the energy on this board about change and freedom and sovereignty and just going for it. And so, of course, we don't want to do anything but affirm our youth, because that's the choice we have. We are in charge of that, and we can be as vibrant as we choose. And so that's the invitation to all of us. We have lots to do as light workers to be part of this community. Excuse me.
So I'm bringing my my camera so that we can do our summary.
Sure, perfect.
Okay, my little summary of this reading, it is a magnificent reading, and it couldn't be more perfect for the energy of March. And I'm feeling that it's movement, it's change, it's our how we're looking at things, and it's choosing the highest level that our avatar can hold, because that's what I feel, that's the frequency I feel that we're at. And I'm going to read, I'm going to interpret our accelerator cards. So we have the 6. The 6 is that energy that we had in this reading, is the 6, which is soul family. And that's the focus of this particular accelerator, in the higher levels. And we put that on top. And then the next card is the 7. And the 7 is, I mean, it just follows right into this reading in what we read. And this is the 7. This is the symbol for the 7. And then we have the symbol for the 11. And so while we were doing this reading, these cards have been coding us for with this frequency. And I think it's just dynamic of what the cards that we chose, because we chose those 3 accelerator cards before we laid out the cards. And so they just work together so beautifully.
They certainly do. What an energetic reading.
And you're going to hear more about these ascended cards. They're 12 cards, and they're a symbol, and we are working on getting everything together. And hopefully we'll have them done by April. And so, yeah, it's just one thing about our platform that you can count on is we're always bringing in the new, the next.
Yep. Hold on to your seats, because you're on a magic carpet ride and you don't want to fall off.
And so we thank you for hanging with us today as we were pulling together these energies of March. And so Serena and I will do our normal readings. I do 4 and Serena does 4, and we put those out kind of like 1 or 2 a week. And so as we're reading into March, we will publish the readings as we're moving through the weeks.
Yes, we will. And have a lovely change of seasons ride.
Yes. And so until we do the reading for April, we'll see what that energy is that we're going to bring in for April. March is pivotal. And so who knows what we're going to bring in for April, but we're sitting with March right now. And so we will say, thank you. I love you. It is done.
Thank you for listening to StarSeed Continuum, where we connect you to your highest evolutionary pattern. To learn more ways to play with the Star family or to be a part of this live interactive show, visit activateevolution.com. Now go and live your highest potential.